Terrence Bud Crawford sues Top Rank for racial discrimination. This article is something that I'm going to get into by detail a little later, but I wanted to bring this up because this is to the people that tells you that there's no racism in boxing kind of thing. And you got to jump at the opportunity to talk about something like this, because had I brought this up on my own about Top Rank, Bob Arum, racial discrimination, favoring white and Latino fighters or something like that, if I brought this video up on my own, you know what people will say? You're race baiting. Race baiting is always said by those who are not of color. That's another thing that you should find funny about that. But had I brought this up on my own, I'll be accused of race baiting. Okay. But as you can see, this is a certified printed article. You know what I'm saying? That you can go read for yourself. This is why I said there's no way that you can talk about boxing from an honest perspective without bringing up the race element. How many times have I said this? How many times have I said this? I don't want to bring this shit up no more than people want to hear it. But if you're analyzing something, you analyze something from top to bottom and you check every department to figure out why it is that you're seeing what you're seeing and why it is you're hearing what you're hearing and why it is things are the way that they are. If you don't factor in the race element, then you're mixing the big picture. And this is what I tried to say. This is what I try to incorporate when I break things down. I never leave race out of the picture. It's not a vocal point, but at the same time, I never leave it on the floor. Because as much as people say it ain't the vocal point, it is the main mass pusher behind why certain things are the way that they are in boxing. This is why it's hard to give certain people credit and it's not hard to give other people credit. This is how you can have a fighter that clearly beats a fighter or fighters, and the person who lost gets more credit for the fight than the person who actually won. That can only happen to one kind of fighter in boxing. That only does happen to one kind of fighter in boxing. And as far as Bob Arum goes, it's nothing new. Bob Arum been made it clear what he is. I've been talked about Bob Arum and his problem with the UFC. Okay? I've been talked about that. He was concerned about the white audience leaving boxing. He's been this way since the days of Ali. And to not just single out Bob Arum is just a prototype of all these majority promoters that's out here. It's nothing new. How he gets treated at Top Rank is how Charlo was treated at Golden Boy. This is how it is for black fighters in boxing. Period. I told you, they don't want y'all as champions. Yet if I say this, oh, you're this, oh, this is my favorite one. Why are you always victim blaming? They're using victim. This is all the shit that they use. See, everybody knows this exists. We all know it. Some of y'all play dumb. Some of y'all talk about the sport without adding it in there because you don't want to turn your subscribers off and all this other shit. Yeah, man, I know. But everybody knows that this shit exists. Okay? But they love playing dumb to you because what you have to understand is they like this disadvantage. They like this biased thing. They feed off it. They need it. And if you ever get on the same playing field as them, that's when the complaining coming in. Do you think if Deontay Wilder had the accusations against him that Tyson Fury had, do you think the boxing world would have left that alone like they did? Let's just be honest. Do you think so? No. Okay. It's a clear issue in boxing. It is the most racist sport that exists. Period. And will continue to be. As long as you got stupid boxers like Jermell Charlo saying racism in boxing doesn't exist. You got these dumbass creators that play blind, deaf, and dumb and make sure they ass lick every foreigner they can because they want to fucking grow a channel. Or from other people, content creators telling you racism don't exist in boxing. You're just trying to please the other side. I'm not here to please no side. I'm here to give you the truth of how boxing works. But as far as Bob Arum goes, it's no secret. This is no secret. That's why a lot of people run over to Al Heyman. But notice that regardless of all the bullshit, all the money stealing, all the racism, does Bob Arum get as much flack as somebody like I don't know, a Al Heyman or a Floyd Mayweather? No, he doesn't. Now, why do you think that is? Within its own self, it's reinforcing what Terrence Crawford is saying, isn't it? Because Bob Arum should be one of the biggest thorns in your side in boxing, yet we just gotta complain about Al. Now, Al Heyman is no different from Bob Arum, other than Al Heyman is a man of color. And that's all it needs for him to get all the attention and all the blame. Everything wrong with black boxing is a black guy's fault. People don't want to fight. People don't want to lose. It's a black guy's fault. It's black fighters don't want to fight each other. It's always black everything. Black fighters don't want to fight each other. Black fans are racist. Black fans are this. Black fans are that. On YouTube, the majority of what people complain about is black content creators. It goes on and on and on, but they'll tell you, no, it's not race, it's not race, it's not right. You guys are scared, fake, racist your damn self, and just don't want to be honest, or you need a check. Whatever it is, But I made my decision a long time ago. I will not be compromised. I'm not going to turn the blind eye. Just because it turns you off, just because it makes you unsubscribe, don't mean I'm going to stop saying it. Because see, shit don't get better by looking the other way, being a fucking a Cooney Brown, or being a showbiz the adult. Being that shit don't help the situation. It helps prolong it for more years to come. Okay, I understand this world don't like truth. And somebody like me, if y'all would have me burned at the stake. I get it. But at the end of the day, at some point, you're going to have to value somebody being truthful with you. And I've always brought this element up. I've always mentioned this, because a lot of shit you will not understand until you understand this. This is why when I seen this article, hell yeah, I decided to talk about it. Because if I talked about it on my own, you know what people will say, right? You know how people will feel, right? You know what they say that I'm doing, right? But it's a true element in boxing. It's about time motherfuckers stop trying to ignore the elephant in the fucking room. It doesn't have to be everything, but dude, you can touch on it. For Christ's sake, you can touch on it sometimes. But if you don't, then you'll never understand why when you want to touch on these foreign fighters, or when you want to touch on somebody else, you have such a backlash, and they have so much to say, and they'll be racist towards you. They can't be as racist as they used to be because of YouTube's new laws. But if YouTube would never put that law into place, trust me, can you imagine how much prejudice shit that you would see on these people, and especially mine? I'm just saying, why can't we be honest from top to bottom? Where's the men at? You should be able to talk about this shit, man. Now, as far as the article and how the things go, I'll get in that to detail a little bit later. But shit, I just had to put that on the motherfucking floor. Now, your ass can go thumbs down, go unsubscribe, do whatever you do when you hear the truth. I'm out.